There is an ex who may never really be an ex because the two of them, they have a child together. So it doesn't mean like ni ex kabisa. And that's where things become interesting. Imagine you're dating this guy, you really like him. He's handsome like me. He's treating you well. You guys are planning your weekend together. Friday in Africa. Would you date someone who has a child? There is one thing that can completely change the way you look at someone you're dating. Okay? And sometimes they don't even tell you immediately. You're talking, kidogo kidogo. You're enjoying the conversations. It becomes so nice. You're thinking, this one might actually work. You're happy for the relationship. Then one day, they tell you, I have a child. And suddenly you're like, wait, what? I didn't expect this. Okay, now, before you judge me, let me explain. You know, having a child is not the problem. The problem is everything that comes with having a child. Because now, you're not just dating a person. There is a whole life attached to this person. Now checking. One, there is a child. Two, there is a baby mama. Apart from a baby mama, unaweza pata maybe is a baby daddy. There is another baby daddy. There is an ex who may never really be an ex because the two of them, they have a child together. So it doesn't mean like ni ex kabisa. And that's where things become interesting. Imagine you're dating this guy. You really like him. He's handsome like me. He's treating you well. You guys are planning your weekend together. Friday in Africa. You're thinking, this one might actually be the one. Then one day they tell you, I have a child. Buddha. And suddenly you're like, wait, what? Now, before you judge me, let me explain. Because having a child is not the problem. The problem is everything that comes with having the child. Because now, you are not just dating one person. There is a whole life attached to this person. There is a child. There is a baby mama. There is a baby daddy. There is an ex who might never really be an ex because the two of them, they have a child together. And that's where things become interesting. Imagine you're dating this guy. You really like him. He's treating you well. Anakupeleka dates. Alafu anakupigia simu. Babe, something has happened. I need to go see my child. You understand? Weka day mutadu. Tabidi tu understand. Furthermore ndo analipia hiyo out. Huyo ni mtoto wake furthermore. Kuna kitu tadu. Another weekend comes. The same thing that happens the previous weekend, it happens again. The following weekend, again. And now you are thinking, manze, so when exactly am I getting my boyfriend? He's ever busy. Because yes, the child should come first. Furthermore ni wake. But does that mean the new partner should always come last? No. There has to be a balance. And then we get to this part that can really test a relationship. Let's be honest. On a check-in, if you're dating someone with a child, their ex isn't completely gone. They may not be lovers anymore. They may not even like each other, but they still have a child. They still talk. There's school fees that is due. There are parents like meetings. So imagine you're sitting there and their phone rings. They look at the phone. It's their ex. Alafu they say, babe, let me take this. Babe, let me take this. Now your mind starts moving. Why is she calling at this time? Why are they laughing? What exactly are they discussing? But maybe they're genuinely talking about the child. So now the question becomes, can you trust your partner enough to understand the difference? Yuningori. Because if you can't, you're going to have a very difficult relationship. But let's turn the question round. What about the person who already has the child? Should they expect the new partner to simply accept everything? Exactly. Akuna. No, it's a no. If you're bringing someone into your life, you also have to be honest with them. Tell them what the relationship with your ex looks like. Tell them how involved the other parent is. Tell them what you expect from them. Don't wait until they're already emotionally attached. then start revealing things one by one. Kidogo kidogo natuonesha uko na plot, kidogo kidogo uko na watoto wawili. Alafu, you know what, like, I don't think I'm ready for this, but the real thing is they will one day realize. And honestly, you better say than pretending. Because here's something people don't admit. They don't like admitting. You can love someone and still decide that their situation isn't for you. That's not necessarily being selfish. Maybe you don't want children. Maybe you don't want to deal with a baby mama. Maybe you don't want to deal with a baby daddy. Maybe you've always imagined starting a family with someone who has never had children before. That's your choice. But if that's how you feel, be honest. Don't enter the relationship saying, it's okay, I can handle it. Then 6 months later, you're fighting every time the child's other parent calls. That's when you've created a problem that didn't need to exist. And then there is the child. This is the part that I think we forget. The child didn't choose any of this. They didn't choose for their parents to separate. They didn't choose who their mother's new boyfriend would be. They didn't choose who their father's new girlfriend would be. So if you enter that relationship, don't make the child feel like they are competing with you, and don't expect your partner to choose you over their child. Joiwezi, that's not a competition you should want always to win. But here is where I stand. I don't think having a child should automatically make someone undateable. At the same time, I don't think you should pretend it's exactly the same as dating someone without children. It's different. There are more responsibilities. There are more people involved. More things to consider. And before you get serious, you need to ask yourself one simple question. Am I actually ready for this? If not, do I like this person? You probably do. The question is, can I handle the life that comes with loving this person? Because those are two different questions. So now let me give it to you. Will you date someone who has a child? Either is a guy or is a lady. And don't just say yes or no. Tell me what would make you say yes and what would make you walk away. Let's talk about it. End the video.